Main Street Today time. It is Veterans Day first and foremost. Thank a veteran today. Throughout the show, we're going to give you a lot of freebies, a lot of discounts, and let you know if you are a card-toting veteran in military service or have served. We have got some freebies and some good things that we can share with you. But first, to save the date for next weekend.
Donaldson Hermitage Chamber of Commerce invites you to our second annual holiday market at the Mansion, presented by Gaylord Opryland's A Country Christmas at the historic Two Rivers Mansion on McGavick Pike in Donaldson, Tennessee. November 19th and 20th from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. You can shop over 50 unique vendors, get your gifts wrapped, a photo with Santa, pick up some grub with the fantastic food trucks, and listen to live music. Oh, and you can get a Christmas tree all before Black Friday, and all shopping local. Don't miss it.
Don't miss it. I'm going to be there on the 19th, Big Joe Dubin from Main Street, our morning show, and he will be there on the 20th on Saturday. But you need to be there. So that's the cool part. Our governor and his lovely first lady honored our Gold Star families, and we kick off our show with that news.
Hi, everyone. I'm First Lady Maria Lee. As part of this month's challenge to serve our military and veterans, Bill and I are honoring and recognizing Tennessee's Gold Star families. We owe a debt of gratitude to these families that have lost a family member in the line of duty. We remember the ultimate sacrifice their loved ones made in protecting and serving our country, and we acknowledge the sacrifices these military families have made as well.
For heroes to answer the call to serve our country, it requires a tremendous amount of dedication from their families at home. Tennessee and her people will never forget the sacrifices our fallen have made, and we commit to remembering their families for their sacrifice to our state and nation.
Bill and I invite you to join us in supporting the Gold Star families in your community. If you have a Gold Star friend or neighbor, take time to send them a note or even a meal. A gesture of any kind can offer hope and encouragement to these families who have experienced such great loss. We're forever grateful for their service and sacrifice, and we hope you'll serve alongside us this month by showing your love and appreciation to Tennessee's Gold Star families.
God bless you. Thank you for your sacrifice. Aspen Dental Location, speaking of freebies for military today, they're nationwide. Aspen Dental today is opening their doors to provide free care to military veterans across the country today on Veterans Day.
On the 11th hour of the 11th day, every November in sun or rain, we will stand up to remember the veterans whose lives were ended in the Great War, in the Great War. Echoes from a bugle's cry, a moment when the world's together, a date frozen in time forever. On the 11th hour of the 11th day, every November in sun or rain, stand up to remember the veterans whose lives were ended in the Great War, in the Great War, in the Great War, in the Great War. 11th hour of the 11th day, every November in sun or rain, we will stand up to remember the veterans whose lives were ended in the Great War, 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 on the 11th hour of the 11th day.
It is the 11th hour of the 11th day of November. It is Veterans Day, and we want to honor our veterans today. Thank you for Mona Bagsby, our account rep for Main Street Nashville, who is watching today and sending love out to the veterans. Love our veterans. Steve Burney, who is watching today. Thank you for always weighing in, Steve. We appreciate you so much. We're just minutes away from talking with Scott Southworth with a brand new video and all sorts of news. And we're going to find out where he's been. But another freebie for veterans today. Veterans in active duty military can select a free meal from a limited menu on Veterans Day at Applebee's. So thank you to Applebee's for serving our veterans. The Music City Hayride is going to be November 12th. That is tomorrow. And it is a matinee show at the Troubadour. And it will feature some wonderful folks, including Dean Hallman and our friend Hawkshaw Hawkins Jr. We're going to hear a little bit from Hawk before we check in with Scott.
They can just call me one lucky guy, 'cause I wake up each morning with her in my life. Things couldn't get any brighter, 'cause I'm right here beside her. I'm her everything and she's my world. Boy, what a girl. Man, what a woman. Yes, sir, she's my lady and she makes me proud. There's something special about her that makes me stand out in a crowd. Isn't she something? Boy, what a girl. Man, what a woman. She always seems to understand when I fall short of what she's needing in her man. There ain't no comparing. She just keeps on caring. And what a sight to see in her blue jeans and her curls. Boy, what a girl. Yes, sir, she's my lady and she makes me proud. Oh, there's something special about her that makes me stand out in a crowd. Isn't she something? Boy, what a girl. Man, what a woman. Oh, there's something special about her that makes me stand out in a crowd. Isn't isn't she something? Boy, what a girl. Man, what a woman. Boy, what a girl. Man, what a woman. Ba-da-da-da.
Thank you. Without a strap. That's a good song. Thank you, man. That's great.
Oh, love me some Hawkshaw Hawkins Jr. I just love his voice. And it was so precious to look at that second generation's video and see his mama, Miss Jean Shepherd, watching him, and then looking around there, seeing Jan Howard in that. A lot of folks that we lost, and of course, singing a song from his dad. And the veterans will be honored tomorrow at that incredible show at it's the matinee at the Troubadour, and it is the Music City Hayride, and they have been honoring veterans for years and years and years. And they present something very, very special to the veterans every single show. So veterans do get in free. Talk about a Veterans Day freebie. That is tomorrow, the Music City Hayride at the Troubadour. The doors open and the show starts at 2, and from 2 until 4. And my friend Diane Sherrill, one of the best singers in this town, will be there. A ton of folks, but you can go to the Music City Hayride. Going to be a fantastic show. Hope I'll see you there. Scott Southworth joins us right now because he's got a brand new video out. Hello. Say howdy, Scott.
Hello, howdy. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic, fantastic. Hey, were you involved in any of the big songwriting hootenannies going on down in Florida or Muscle Shoals this week?
I was just at Frank Brown, and it's funny that you show Hawkshaw because I just saw him play at the Floribama.
No, really?
Yeah, he was there at the festival as well, and actually his guitar broke the D string, and I went running to grab my guitar so he could play mine, but somebody else got him a guitar. But yeah, it was great to hear him, and I think if I can really quick, happy Veterans Day to all of those who have served.
Yes.
And my goodness, what an amazing thing for so many of our Americans that just give their time and put their lives on the line and all of that. It's incredible. And I've been thinking as I've been driving around just to my friends in high school who went, and actually my plan is at some point today, I'm going to be calling them and thanking them as well. But just it's a special day. And I love that you're shining a spotlight on them today as well.
That's what we do. And a big shout out to our newspaper in the military area of our town. Not that our whole town is not filled with veterans, but Main Street Clarksville today. A big shout out to them and to Matthew, who is the account rep up there, doing such good things and appreciation for what our veterans do for us. Well, tell us a little bit about what's going on for you. You've got a brand new video out.
I do. I put out a new single and video for a tune that is on my latest CD. Oh, look, I happen to have one right here. Look at that.
Yes.
It's too shiny, dadgummit. But there you go. These old bones. But the single is called Less to Break. And, everything, anything I've put out as far as videos and stuff, they've all been pretty goofy and just me and a bunch of my friends getting together and
you and Hino
and Mark
Brittany Easterling,
Brittany. And I mean, there's been so many of our friends in the videos. It's been a cool thing, but I thought it might be a good time to try something a little different. And the song is one that I wrote with another fellow WSM alum, with Bill White.
Oh my gosh, don't we love him? Yeah, Hall of Famer Bill White. Yeah, huh?
and Bill is known for goofy songs. He's I think one of his favorites when he plays at Frank Brown is "I'm Going Ugly Early Tonight." He has a bunch of stuff like that, and we just got together in a writing room, and he was just mentioning that whenever anybody gets together with him, it's because they want to write a funny song. And which is sort of like my buddy Randy Brooks. Anybody who wants to get with him, they want to write a Christmas song. And Bill said it would just, I can write other things. And I said, well, man, I got an idea for just a stone cold country song that's just saying that, yeah, I'm going to keep taking you back and it's going to keep hurting. But the good news is there's less to break every time you leave. And he loved that idea. And we just went to town. And a couple hours later, we had this song that I believe we're both proud of. And it's been doing really well. Last year, it was Country Music People named it in the top 25 songs of the year. And it hadn't even been released as a single or anything, but they just loved the track off the album. And so I was really excited to try a video and just try to do something that's a total 180 from anything else I'd ever put out as a single or as a video.
Well, I'm also hoping that you're going to do a video for your Christmas song that's so special that has those high city chords in it.
Yeah, all those jazzy chords that I can't play. I tried recording that. I tried even getting a guitar vocal for several years, but I don't speak musicianese enough to let the musicians know what I was trying to accomplish. And
my gosh.
Finally, with one guy, I just sang the bass line. I sang the bass line through the whole song, and that's how we were able to at least get it charted out to where I could get it to the fellas and get it recorded. But maybe someday. I'm
going to keep my fingers crossed for that one. But right now, we're going to take a look at the new video for Less to Break.
All right.
The last time you said goodbye and left me, I swore you'd never break my heart again. But I'd rather take the pain than feel lonely. So I know this time when I let you back in, your kiss will taste as sweet. My heart falls so easily every time your body's holding mine. Fool can see what you're gonna do to me, but at least there's less to break every time. And the next time you go, won't be no different. It's gonna hurt just like it's always hurt before. You'd think by now I'd learn to keep my distance. Every time you leave just makes me want you more, because your kiss will taste as sweet. My heart falls so easily every time your body's holding mine. Any fool can see what you're gonna do to me, but at least there's less to break every time. any fool can see what you're gonna do to me. But at least there's less to break every time. At least there's less to break every time.
I so love that. And everybody was weighing in. Elizabeth going, I love this. And then heard from Linda Dotson Woolley, who said, now that's country music.
I saw that. Thank you, Linda. Thank you, Elizabeth. And Linda, my best friend since 8th grade. His last name is Woolley with 2 L's. So I saw that and I was so excited. But now I'd never done a lyric video before. So that was the other kind of fun experiment for me, and I was really pleased with how well it turned out.
Oh, it sure did. And who played steel on that?
That would have been Scotty Sanders on that one.
Whew.
Yeah.
My goodness, that steel was just incredible. Incredible. Yeah. And Linda, by the way, Linda Dotson Woolley was married to the late Sheb Woolley.
Oh, wow.
Yes, yes.
Wow. Well, that makes that even more special. And can I tell you, the little shack that I filmed the video at?
Yeah.
Devin, that was next door to me. And I've lived here for 5 years and walked my dogs up and down the street. I didn't know that shack existed. It was so overrun with trees. And some new people bought the property and they started clearing all the trees out. And there's this little dilapidated shack. And so I asked, of course, they were happy to let me come do a video there, but that was like maybe 70 yards off the street, Devin, and I didn't know it existed.
It was just waiting for you to do this video. I love it. I love it. I love it. And I want everybody to go and download it. It's wherever you can get music. Scott Southworth. Hey, I want you to weigh in. Speaking of that, that's what we call country music. Now, did you see the CMA Awards last night?
You know what Waylon Jennings used to call the CMAs?
Go ahead.
He said it stood for Country My Anyways.
Yeah. I was about to say, my friend Waylon had a few choice words for the CMA often. But no, you know what? I watched a couple seconds of it, but I've had a sick member of the house here, so I've been dealing with some little things here off and on this last couple of days. But as far as weighing in on it, I don't mind it at all. I mean, I think you and I have talked about this before. If Florida Georgia Line and Luke Bryan and Jimmy Allen, if they were all doing traditional country music, nobody would want to see my 55-year-old behind up there doing it. So God bless. See, that's perspective. It's all perspective.
Yeah, let them keep doing what they're doing, because that means there's an audience of people that want to hear traditional country that there's a home for me. So God bless them. Keep doing what you're doing, and I'll keep doing what I'm doing, and I'm more than happy to fill some ears. Well,
speaking of Jimmy Allen, one of the things I really thought of his acceptance speech was really cool, because he did a shout out to where it's a place where I know you've played before too. He gave a shout out to the place he was discovered, Puckett's in Franklin.
Oh, yeah.
And I thought we could take a look and see his
And the CMA Award for New Artist of the Year goes to Jimmy Allen.
First, I want to thank my father, who's no longer with us, for introducing me to country music. 5 years ago, I spent my last $100 and came to the CMA 50th to watch Charlie Pride perform on stage. And I got to perform with him last year. Everyone that voted for me, thank you. My wife, I love you. My kids, my mother's here. My manager, Ash Bowers. Ash found me playing at a Writers Round at Puckett's grocery store in Franklin. And he signed me. After 10 years of being here, living in my car, living in the trailer, working every job, this is amazing. Thank you to my label, to my PR company, my management group, my booking agency, and to every artist in this category. Hardy, Ingrid, Gabby, Mickey, y'all are amazing. Thank you, country music. This is from my hometown in Delaware. I love y'all. God bless you.
I thought that was one of the highlights of my night, was his eloquent speech.
Yeah. It was wonderful. And yeah, so man, I'm thrilled with anybody making music, and you're never going to hear me say anything but positives about anybody that's out there creating music that people want to hear.
Well, he mentioned Delaware, a hotbed of country music,
Hotbed of country music.
but as is Oregon.
Right. Well,
Where
you
you're
know
from.
what though, you're not. When you're not in Portland or Eugene, and you're in the rest of that state. I mean, it's ranchers and cowboys and farmers, and it's actually there's a lot of country in Oregon. There's a lot of big writers from there.
You're right.
Dave Berg.
Oh my gosh, really?
Yeah. Dave Berg, and oh gosh, I'm forgetting one of my buddies too. The guy that wrote Toby Keith's My List. But yeah, there's a whole bunch of writers from Oregon.
I think that American music, country music, it's just wherever you're from, it really doesn't matter. It's the stories and bringing the stories to life.
Yeah.
And that's what you do every day. Scott Southworth, I appreciate you so much. There is one more, a clip that I want to get you to weigh in on. And it was the acceptance speech by this precious girl, Carly Pierce.
And the CMA Award for Female Vocalist of the Year goes to, come on, let's say this together. Carly Pierce!
This is Carly Pierce's first win for Female Vocalist of the Year.
What she meant to say was, there's a lot of love, respect, and admiration in this category.
That was a moment. That was a moment that I thought was worth reliving. Last night on Facebook, Jeannie Seeley said, "I love Ashley McBride. She showed what a great artist she is, but an even better friend."
I thought she was going to say, "Now hold on, I'm going to let you finish."
Fantastic stuff.
I love it. It's great. And Carly, I love hearing her on the Opry. She has so many great songs, but my favorite is whenever she's on the Opry. I do love listening in, and she is has a great country voice. And by the way, Elizabeth was right. It's Rand Bishop. Thank you for saying that. I just last time I was in Oregon, I went and had lunch with him because he moved back there, and we were out on the coast and had a nice lunch together. So I felt really embarrassed that I forgot his name, but that's how it goes sometimes.
Well, it does. Sometimes it happens. Hey, speaking of lunch, all veterans today, active duty, can go into Calhoun's and they get free lunch. And
Nice.
Chili's. Oh my gosh, that's one of my places.
Is it?
They have this deal for lunch that's unlimited soup and salad, and it's delish and affordable. But veterans and active duty military personnel can choose a complimentary meal for their Veterans Day menu.
Wow.
And Pilot, everybody knows a Pilot. We got to stop out the Pilot. You get a free meal for any active or retired military on Veterans Day.
Ah, that's wonderful. That's wonderful.
So lots of our freebies that we looked up today for veterans, and a big thank you to all the veterans, and a big thank you to Scott Southworth for being here. And thanks for, a lot of people don't know that you were the co-host for years for the Music Row Show. And so anytime I get to host or get somebody to even, if people say, hey, do you know somebody else who can host with, if you can't be there, whatever. And another great host or co-host is Scott Southworth. I would walk through fire to do a show with you. That.
Anytime. I would love to do a show with you, as long as people don't mind that I never know what I'm going to say, what's going to come out of my mouth.
That's okay. I don't either.
Yeah. Well,
I can't remember. Hey, before we get out of here, let's see who else is weighed in.
I saw Greg Pratt popped in.
Regina Barrett popped in. Greg Pratt. Yes, we love Greg.
Boy, that guy's a performer, isn't he?
Whoo. Yes.
He tears it up downtown. He tears it up.
He is he does more with a foot tambourine than people do with a whole set of drums.
Yeah. I've tried that once and I ended up hospitalized for a couple of days. So
Elizabeth said you did a great job at Backstage Nashville when you were there in Gatlinburg. So
thanks, Elizabeth.
Appreciate that. All just so grateful to everybody who's weighed in. And I just wanted to make sure that we close with Shelley Satterfield's thank you for veterans for your service. It's just, that's the way it goes, right? We honor our veterans. I just think about this year, or every year that they have the Veterans Day parades around the country. I don't know a Veterans Day that it did not rain on the parade.
And here it is. It's raining.
I know.
Yeah.
And I see these veterans of all these different conflicts and wars with their regalia walking stalwart and strong and the rain on their face. And I just go, you know what? That's a hero. Whew, that's it. Yeah. I didn't mean to get all verklempt, but it just says it all.
Yeah. No, you're right. You're right.
So
we just passed, they were having the Veterans Day parade. I was taking my wife home from the doctor, so we couldn't stay, but it was, I love here in Lewisburg, I love that they do that every year,
Yeah.
In a lot of the small towns, a lot of our towns here in Tennessee, they do that, and across the US as well. But I've lived places where, they're not as honored, I think, as they are here. And I'm grateful for that.
Amen. Well, I'm going to close the show with a song that we aired yesterday. Just a little clip of it. No, I'm going to play the whole one, and we're going to go overtime, but I just don't care because it's for our veterans. Ryan Weaver, he is a veteran, and he released the song, Let's Talk About Heroes. And if this don't get you, you can't be got. Thank you for indulging me today and for staying a little longer. And Scott, thank you for staying on with me because I love you more than lunch and jewelry.
I know, but you say that, but maybe we just haven't had a good enough lunch.
Well, we are overdue. We're overdue.
Yes.
I need to go down to your area. Our closest newspaper down there is Main Street Murray. And so wherever you are, I hope that if you're watching this, that you will click subscribe and follow, and definitely follow Scott Southworth.
Yes. Thank you, Devin.
All right. Happy Veterans Day, everyone. Let's talk about heroes.
Hey y'all, dinner's ready in 20.
Daddy, why was Grandpa a hero?
He risked his life so we could be free.
happened to Grandpa in the war?
Sitting on the dock, sun setting on the water, Dad told a story about Grandpa flying through the skies like a rocket, both engines flaming out. Escaped from the bottom of a freedom bird falling, the only one to make it home. Till a brother with a bugle played a sad song for him, standing in the rain alone. Let's talk about heroes, about the ones not afraid to fight. Talk about freedom, 'cause someone gave their life. Talk about always standing when others can't, and those who hold the line. Talk about heroes and the loved ones left behind. A young girl walked over and handed me a badge. I knelt down to ask her why. Said my father was an officer caught in the crossfire, saving another life. I still remember a dark day in December when we cried to his last call. And Amazing Grace when the bagpipes played for my daddy who gave it all. Let's talk about heroes, about the ones not afraid to fight. Talk about freedom, 'cause someone gave their life. Talk about always standing when others can't, and those who hold the line. Talk about heroes and the loved ones left behind. They gave their lives for you and I. They paid the price, yeah, they sacrificed. Let's talk about heroes, about the ones not afraid to fight. Talk about freedom, 'cause someone gave their life. Let's talk about heroes, about the ones not afraid to fight. Talk about freedom, 'cause someone gave their life. Talk about always standing when others can't, and those who hold the line. Talk about heroes and the loved ones left behind.
How are you, buddy?
I saw Grandpa.
You saw Grandpa? I saw Grandpa too. And he said everything's gonna be okay.